Guys, there are scammers in the Chicago rental market. I recently posted a video where I exposed a scammer that was trying to steal your money on rental apartments in Chicago, and I felt like I was doing good and helping the world until now I am seeing so many more of these videos. It is so much worse than we've ever seen, to the point that my managing broker actually sent out an email today warning everybody about the scams that we're currently seeing. It's literally breaking my heart that we're seeing so many of these scam videos pop up. I am making it my personal mission to expose more of these, so hopefully you aren't someone who's going to get scammed in the future. One of you sent me this recent video. So this video is saying that this is a 1-bed, 1-bath in Lincoln Park, Chicago for $900 a month. It has in-unit laundry, it has a kitchen island, it looks like it has like a Juliet balcony, not like a true balcony, but where the doors open, and it has a walk-through closet. It's a beautiful unit. Not only am I going to show you that this unit's not $900 a month, but I'm going to prove to you where this actual unit's from, what it's currently going for, and what an actual unit in Lincoln Park would go for. So let's jump into it. I feel like I'm doing my own personal game of catfish, but instead of exposing people in fake relationships online, I'm exposing fake apartments online. That's kind of cool. So my husband is a total GeoGuessr nerd, and he does a very good job at figuring out where these exact units are. He screenshot part of the video and cropped out the text, and then he put that video into reverse Google image search. That then popped up with the original video. So this is how we were able to tell that Curtis Miller did not take this video, and it actually came from Ramesha the realtor. In her caption, she put apartment for rent, 1-bed, 1-bath, North Philly, the zip code 19121. The price point is not $900 a month. It is listed for $1,345 a month. I can tell that this is actually like a true real listing because this agent, Ramesha, is part of KW, also known as Keller Williams, which is a really big and reputable brokerage in the city. If you're looking at someone's apartment video online and they don't have any information in their bio about what brokerage they're with, they are not a broker. You legally have to put a brokerage that you're being represented by in your bio if you're posting about real estate. And so if someone's not doing that, scam. Get out of here. Scram. Anyways, so from this, we were able to see North Philly, zip code 19121. We now have the zip code to be able to look in. And like I said, my husband is a very big GeoGuessr nerd. So he was able to take a look at the areas in those zip codes and use the view from the window to be able to figure out exactly where this is. From him zooming around on Google Maps, he was able to nail down that this is 1748 North 22nd Street, Unit 4 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19121. This kind of thing absolutely kills me. This video has over 50,000 views. It's been saved almost 300 times and there's 58 comments. In the caption, it says to send a direct message to them. And then there's like such a generic email, curtismiller22433@gmail.com. Again, there is no information about a brokerage for this person. It's not real. Anyways, they'd responded to a couple comments and said, feel free to direct message at my email, weirdly written, Curtis Miller, blah, 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 or text me, and then a phone number. One thing that we have access to is a background checker. If I put in this phone number into the background checker, the phone number comes up with no results found. That literally never happens if it's a legit phone number. If it is any sort of actual person, the phone number will be tied to them in some way, shape, or form, even if it's a business number. The only time that this happens is if it is a text app. Not everybody has access to this, but as a real estate agent, we do have access to this background checker, so it's a really easy way for me to know if this person's legit. Should I text him right now? Hello, I am interested in your TikTok listing for Lincoln Park. But I think the thing that breaks my heart about this the most, the people who are reaching out to this person are people who are desperately looking to find rent for under $1,000 a month, which is extraordinarily hard to do, if not damn near impossible in the city of Chicago. We'll get to Lincoln Park in a second, but they are taking advantage of people who are already in a tough financial situation and then trying to scam them out of money, which could set someone back hugely if they are already looking for low-cost rents. So messed up, and I am making it my personal mission to do everything that I can to stop this from happening more in the city. They responded, hello. Okay, we'll get there. What I mean when I say it's damn near impossible, I looked up all of the listings on the MLS for Lincoln Park and tried to find the least expensive one possible. Anything that is legitimately and legally being listed by a real estate agent or marketed by a real estate agent is posted to the MLS. I tried finding any listing under $1,000 in Lincoln Park. There are none. 1,100, there's still none. 1,200, there's none. There is one listing for $1,250. That is the single cheapest listing that I was able to find in Lincoln Park, but that just goes to show finding something as nice as that video is with laundry and unit and that view and the walk-through closet, it's just not accurate. So here is the least expensive listing currently active on the MLS in Lincoln Park. This is 633 West Deming Place, Unit 2A, listed for $1,250. Here's the kitchen, no dishwasher. It's got, I can't tell if that's gas or electric stove. Small little pocket kitchen there. You've got one closet in the front, and that is the whole place. That is literally the entire space. Don't get me wrong, for $1,250 to be in Lincoln Park, I think it's actually decently nice, but it's nothing like what they're advertising you can get for $900 a month. Alternatively, I also wanted to show you what something of similar caliber would cost in Lincoln Park. That video really reminded me a lot of one of the buildings in the city called North and Vine. It has like similar finishes. The floor plan felt pretty similar, and some of their views are pretty similar too. So the most comparable unit I could find is Unit 511, and it looks like this. So you'll see some differences, but for the most part, I felt like they were pretty similar. This one has a kitchen peninsula instead of like a kitchen island, and your kitchen's a little bit bigger, but why we're opening the fridge and freezer, right? So long, skinny unit. You do have laundry in unit here. There is a full balcony on this one versus just the Juliet balcony, but the view kind of reminded me of the view in the other one too, where it's got like big grassy area in front of it, but this one is actually in Chicago. And then going into the bedroom, I felt like the bedroom and the walk-through closet were very similar to the other one, as well as the bathroom. So overall, decently similar vibes. And this one is actually in Lincoln Park. Now for reference, this unit is going for $3,185 a month. That's over 3 times the price of the other unit. To give somebody false hope that they would be able to get that style unit for literally less than a third of what something similar would cost in the city, it's honestly so messed up. So just to really cross all of my T's and dot all of my I's, just like in my last video, I did text and reach out to this agent as well. If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend going and watching it because you got to see the full text interaction and it was actually like quite entertaining. But I wanted to reach out to this one to see, is it exactly the same scam as the last one, or is this person doing something different? Turns out it is indeed exactly the same. I texted them and asked them if I could see the apartment. They asked when I wanted to move in and when I could view it. I said today at 4. They said that's fine. And then they sent over the application needed in order for me to tour the apartment. It is a copy and paste of all of the same exact information and questions that I was asked on the last scam video that I did. So that leads me to wonder, is this a totally different person, or is this the same person as the last scam? I don't know. They are responding to me. If it was the same person, I think that maybe they'd have my number and they wouldn't respond to me, but I don't know how these text apps work. So basically what they're looking to do then is they want you to fill out all of this information saying that you're interested in taking the apartment. All of the questions are like more or less decently legit. It's asking you if you have pets, parking, smoking, roommates, all of the stuff that like someone would need to know if you are renting their apartment. But then they're saying you have to pay this $80 fee in order to set up a time to view and tour the apartment. And if you don't pay that $80 fee, they will not tour you. And I tried to jump all around this and tried to say like, can I do cash? Can I do a check? And they're like, no, no, no. And if you don't pay that $80 fee, they will not let you tour the apartment. What's going to end up happening is you'll pay that $80 fee. The apartment doesn't exist here. It's in North Philadelphia. There's nothing for you to go and view, but then they're going to keep your $80. Okay, hi, it's future me jumping back in. Number 1, I apologize for the mess on my shirt. I didn't realize I was covered in baby spit up when I was filming that. Number 2, I texted them and I did get a response, and I think that this is kind of worthwhile to share. In that form that they wanted me to fill out in order to do the showing, it asked for an address. They checked in and asked if I'd submitted the form. I said, can you send me the address of the listing? I didn't know what to put. And they sent me 2620 North Dayton Street, Chicago, Illinois. And then they said, inform me once you've completed the submission of the application form. I said, what unit number? They said 2. This building doesn't look at all like the building that is in the video. This building does not back to a park. In the video, it very clearly backs to a park. So it wasn't even like, they didn't even find like a good comparable unit for me to use. Anyways, I said, are you sure this building doesn't look the same? And I sent them a Compass listing, which is the brokerage I work for. And they said, that's the apartment. When you get inside, you'll see what it looks like. Have been there before. And that's where I recorded the video. 'Tis not the unit. Can guarantee you that. Anyways, continue on. It also does say in here, if If you're approved, how much are you able to deposit now to secure the property till your move-in date? I'm curious as to like, if you fill that in, if they're going to ask you to deposit all of that money as well. Long story short, and I said this in the last video, at least here in the city of Chicago, you will never, ever, ever need to pay a deposit in order to view an apartment. Never. If someone is asking you to pay a deposit before you even go and see something, it is a scam. If someone is posting on social media about apartments and they don't have a brokerage in their bio, it is a scam. It's really unfortunate that there's so much of this happening right now in the city. It is making me so sad. I hope this video made you a little bit more aware. I am making my personal mission to take down as many of these scammers as I possibly can. If you see any of these videos, feel free to send them over to me. Stay vigilant. I feel like I need like a superhero cape. And if you are looking to legitimately buy, rent, or sell in the city, I am a broker with Compass. I'd love to be able to help you. My .firm link is in the description box. There's no fee. Let's chat and maybe I can help you find your dream place. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.